Hello and welcome to an aerobic workout. My name is Eli Khan. For today's workout, later on, we're going to use the bender ball. I have a set of hand weights, and I also have my handy dandy Bosu ball over here. So actually, we're going to start off using the ball as we get in some of our warm-up. So let's begin parallel feet as we squat down and we stand ourselves up. I'm going to get my Apple Watch going here as well so I can get credit for this workout. One breath, one movement, body and mind working together, breath and movement matching, allowing our muscles to move with our minds. You can go as fast or as slow as you'd like. I have some music that I can hear and you can't hear that music. If you want to throw some music on to get you inspired to move faster, you go for it. I recommend anything that has about 128 to 132 beats per minute. 6 more counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Let's find ourselves lifting our heels. Now, if you need to place your hands onto a wall to keep those heels elevated, that's great. If you're not able to stay balanced, you can rest your heels down. Breathing in through the nose, blowing out through the mouth. We'll drop those heels down. Last one. Now, a little combination here. So heels are lifted, drop the heels, stand up. Raise the heels, fold the knees, drop the heels, stand up, lift the heels, fold the knees, drop the heels, stand up, lift heels, bend knees, drop heels, stand up, raise heels, fold knees, drop heels, stand up. Keep going. I personally like to do a lot of my workouts with bare feet. You are welcome to have tennis shoes on. So it's not a requirement to be in your bare feet. I just have gotten kind of used to it. Now, keep the heels resting, bend the knees, lift the heels, stand up, drop the heels, fold the knees, raise the heels, stand up, drop the heels, bend the knees, lift the heels, stand up, drop the heels, bend those knees, raise those heels, stand up, drop your heels, last bend, lift, stand, drop the heels, squat down with the heels resting, pull, squeeze this ball inwards for 10, 9, anything you want to do with the arms, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stand it all the way back up. Give those inner thighs a little break. Widen your stance. Second position, lateral turn up. We squat down and we stand ourselves up. One breath, one movement. Body and mind working together. Breath and movement matching. Let's go into a little yoga-esque 5-pointed star moon god as an option. You can do anything you want with your arms. You can do absolutely nothing with those arms. Anytime you need to take a break because your heart is saying, I need a break, take a break, drink water. Anytime you have that quench for thirst, listen to your body. 6 more counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's step it out. Little step together, step touch. And if you want, add that touch behind you. If you want, add a little sway of the arms with that touch behind you. And you can just step touch it out here, maybe swaying the arms side to side. I'm going to go into more of that curtsy and sway my arms side to side here. And you choose how fast or slow you'd like to go, getting the heart rate up or not. 10 more counts. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. March it out. High knees or break the board. You could go faster too. You could go faster. I'm going to keep it a little slow pace. My back is giving me some issues, so that faster pace doesn't really feel good on my spine today. So I'm listening to my body. Always breathe. Always feel. Getting our larger muscle groups warmed up before we move into the smaller muscle groups. 7 more counts. Larger muscle groups from our lower body. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going into a side lateral flexion from a standing position, moving as fast or as slow as we'd like. If you'd like to make this a little bit more dynamic, go back to that step touch and add a little side lunge to this with that little hop. Just an option. You can keep it here or get it a little bit faster. 7 more counts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. March it wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Out, out, in. Right, left. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Now you can get a little bit lower or simple to keep the knees somewhat straightened. More challenging to really fold into those knees. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. 6 more counts. 5, 4, 3, 2. Switch your leading leg. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Now left leg leads. Out, out, in. You could also go faster with this as well. Should have said that on the first time, but there you go. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. So I'm starting off today not using my Bosu or my step. I do have a step over here. I'm not going to use that because of my bare feet, and that's made out of wood, and there's a lot of chipping paint and potential splinter possibilities. If I did have tennis shoes, I could use that over there to my right, your left. 6 more counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step, knee, strike, march, march. Step, knee, strike, march, march. Now, I'm going to march on and off of my mat so you have a good visual. Step, knee, strike, down, down. You could alternate the leg. That knee strikes it up. So, shortly, I'm going to be performing the wide, wide, narrow, narrow on top of my Bosu. And this step, knee, strike, down, down on top of my Bosu as well. But I want you to see how we can do these options without the step or without the Bosu. 6 more counts. 5, 2, and 1. Beautiful. March it out. And you can go faster or slower. I'm actually going to go into some butt kicks, give you a little side view. I have a 90-degree fold at my elbow joint. And I'm kicking my butt, and I'm getting a nice stretch for my quadriceps. My quadriceps are pretty tight from some of the workouts we've been performing. 6 more counts like this. 5, 4, lunges are next. 3, 2, and 1. So forward lunges, I alternate right leg, then left leg, adding my field goal arms. Now a little bit more challenging is a backwards lunge. See, I have to slow myself down. Eye gaze is forward. I squeeze the butt cheek of the leg that goes behind. So now squeeze that one. So there's a difference in balance of lunging forward or lunging backwards. I call this a reverse lunge. 6 more counts. 5, nice stretch for the hip flexors here. Right here, hip flexor. 3, 2, and 1. Let's do some static stretching. Raise one arm up. Laterally flex over to one side. Maybe look up to the ceiling. Always breathe. Return to center. Trade it out. Laterally flex to the other side. And breathe. Return to center. Step 1 foot forward. Fold through the back knee. Hands can go to the thigh of the bent knee The leg that's forward, you can raise those toes to the sky. Keep your head above your heart center. I'm getting a nice stretch through my calf, a little bit through the hamstrings. I drop the toes down. I get a little bit more of a sensation or just a different sensation. So go with whatever option creates a desired sensation for you. 4 more counts. 3, 2, bring it back up, trade it out. Other leg, I'm going to keep the toes lifted. Rest my hands to my left thigh, into the heart center forward, and breathe. Dropping these toes down to feel the difference in sensation. Possibly sink 1/10 of a millimeter deeper into the stretch. Always breathe. 4 more counts. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back up. Wide legs, sumo squat, inner thighs. I like the lateral turnout. Sink the tailbone as close to the floor as we can. And the long sleeves are coming off. 7 more counts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it on back up. Before we get into a little bit more elevated heart rate, this will still get our heart rate up. We're going into a down dog from yoga. We're going into some single leg options here. Raise one foot off of the floor, 3-legged down dog. Now breathe in with this foot lifted. Can you bring yourself into a plank? It's okay to hang out in a regular plank if you can't do this, or just rest in a kneeling plank. Now we're going to bring this knee towards the same elbow. Knee towards elbow. And hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, kick it back, 3-legged down dog. The same leg is lifted if possible. If you need to rest your feet down, you may. This time we're going to go to the outside of the elbow of the same side. So bring it back up. So it's kind of like a dog on a fire hydrant. Drop that knee to your wrist, up to your elbow. Wrist, elbow, wrist, elbow, wrist, elbow, last wrist, elbow, kick it back, 3-legged down dog. Final round here. Knee comes over to the opposite elbow. Bring it on in. Hang out here and just breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2. Kick it back up. Rest this foot down. Raise your other leg up. Now bring this knee in and come on back. Same knee towards same elbow. Little activated motion. We're going to keep our knee in on this next one and breathe. Little static hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Kick it back. 3-legged down dog. This time knee to the outside of that elbow. Hang out here. Drop it down to your wrist. Up to your elbow. Wrist. Elbow. Wrist. Elbow. Wrist. Elbow. Last wrist. Elbow. Kick it on back. 3-legged down dog, same leg, still lifted. Bring this knee to your opposite elbow, little twist, and hold here. Breath continuation for 5, 4, 3, 2, step it on back, rest both feet down. And let's get into the grunt of the workout. Walk those feet forward. Bring yourselves up. So if you happen to have your elevated surface, we're going to bring it on in. 1 foot on that elevated surface, 1 foot to the floor, 70-30 weight distribution. Squat down and stand it on up. If you don't have an elevated surface, you can have this foot to the floor and have the imaginary foot on the Bosu, or the real foot on the imaginary Bosu, have that heel lifted. Clock has started. Breath continuation. Squat it down, stand it up. Feeling good. Pulsing options begin now. If you want, keep that booty low, 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 or regular pace. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, other side. Imaginary Bosu leg, you can have that heel rested. 70-30, 70% of your body weight on your floor leg, 30% on your Bosu leg. Breath continuation. Anything you want to do with your arms, you can flail them out to the side. You can hug your imaginary tree. I like my little prayer pose. Pulsing options begin now. If you want, breath continuation. 10 more counts. 9, breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. We're going to step over the top, step together, step touch. And again, if you don't have an elevated surface, just stay on that hard floor. Also, something that we did at the beginning of the class, you can go into this that we did near the beginning of class as a substitute for over the top of your elevated surface. Breath continuation, move as fast or as slow as you want. Now I've got more straightened legs as I'm doing this. I'm standing up on top of the Bosu. If I keep it low here, it's more intense. And I feel the need to move a little bit faster. Abdominal core engagement, imaginary saran wrap wrapped around your waistband. You can do stuff with your arms. We have 10 more counts. 9, 8, wide, wide, narrow, narrow, coming up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. March it wide, wide, narrow, narrow, out, out, in. So we did this in our warm-up without the Bosu or the elevated surface. And you can continue. And you can go faster or slower, depending on what the heart is communicating to the brain. And the heart has a lot to do with your body's ability to breathe as well. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Breath continuation. Ten more counts with this leg leading. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Switch your leading leg. Left leg leads now. March it out, out, in, and breathe. So if your step happens to be the first step of your stairwell, not easy to do this on a stairwell, so staying on the hard floor surface. But if you do happen to have a step similar to my Bosu or the step over here, that's great. Now the step on top of my chair, that would be a little too high to use. Plus that chair is not sturdy enough to be using either. So safety first when we choose our toys and our equipment. 10 more counts. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Step knee strike down, down. Maybe add a cross punch. Maybe add a front kick. If you're okay with the front kick, if the hamstrings are okay with the front kick. Up, out, and down. We've done a couple of kickboxing workouts if you've been sticking with my videos. Just an option, not an obligation for that front kick. You can stick with the knee strike, alternating the leg. That knee strikes it up. And as we did at the beginning of this session, if you don't have a step, you can have your imaginary step to assist you on your hard floor surface. It still works. 10 more counts like this. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Old adage, march it up, up, down, down. Right leg leads forward and back. Right foot forward, right foot back. Forward and back. Maybe on top of your surface. If you'd like, we breathe. If you do have a surface that you can make a circle around, you are welcome to do so. Ten more counts like this. 9, as fast or as slow as you want to move. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch your leading leg. Left leg leads. March it up, up, down, down, forward and back. Left foot forward, left foot back, forward and back. Up, up, down, down if you want. We breathe. When we complete this particular interval, we're going to grab our hand weights. Canned goods conserved. Water bottles filled up to your desired resistance level, whether you have them filled up with water, rice, rocks, beans, whatever fits into your water bottle cap. To heavy up the load, you can. Ten more counts with this leg leading. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, grab those hand weights. We're moving into our reverse lunge. 1 foot on the Bosu or your elevated surface. We fold through this knee joint, maybe add a bicep curl. Hand weights are optional here. You could have your arms opened out into field goal arms if you prefer. My heel is lifted up my back leg. Harder on the bicep curls to elevate those elbows a little bit higher. Just depends on how heavy your load is. I have 3-pound hand weights today. It's pretty light, so very easy for me to elevate my elbows to the height of my shoulders. If I had a 10-pounder, I'd probably be down here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Trade it out, other foot onto your Bosu. Moving into our reverse lunge for this other leg. I like to get the reverse lunges out of the way because I think they give me the jello leg sensation, or just the whole concept of being balanced. Try to get them done when my legs are a little bit more fresh near the beginning of the workout. You know what? Fresh sounds like a good word of the day. F as in Frank. R as in rhinoceros. E as in elephant. S as in Sam. Sugar. Yeah, sugar. S as in sugar. What was my mark? H as in hippopotamus. Frank, rhinoceros, elephant, sugar, hippopotamus. Fresh is our word of the day. 6 more counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Up to you. Stand or kneel, lateral raise. Open those arms out to the side. You could alternate right arm to left arm if you'd like. Up to you. Oh, feeling good. I have a gentle bend to my elbows to protect the elbow joint. My shoulder blades are giving my elbows and my hands direction to elevate up to the height of my shoulders. Working in unison or working isolated, up to you. 10 more counts like this. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse lunge. You select which foot goes onto that Bosu first. Maybe include your bicep curl. Pulsing options begin now. If you want, keep your booty low, 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 or regular pace. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, other leg in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Clock starts, and we breathe. Maybe include your bicep curls, maybe not. Hammer curl. It's always important to make sure you have good fuel in your body. And good fuel, I mean complex carbohydrates, fruits, vegetables, whole grains. Pulsing options begin now if you want. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to lose my hand weights for right now. Step together, step touch. You can add a knee strike of your outer leg. I'm stepping on top of the mat. Now I'm going to step on top of my Bosu because I have my elevated surface, but if you don't have one, that's okay. Maybe add a twist away from your elevated surface or your imaginary elevated surface. We'll stick to one side. This rotation of the spine, if you do have back issues, you might want to eliminate the twist. If you're pregnant, you would also limit rotation of the spine. More counts on this side. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, other side. Step together, step touch. Maybe add your knee strike. Maybe add your twist away from your elevated surface or your imaginary elevated surface. Ten, 9, 8, 7 more counts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and back to your lateral raise. Stand or kneel, up to you. You could be on your Bosu, on the hard floor, up to you as far as what feels best for your body. potentially alternating arms, potentially working in unison. Smiling happy faces. Returning to our wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Up to you if you want to hold on to your hand weights or not. I'm going to lose my hand weights. Give my arms and shoulders a break, but you're welcome to hold on to those hand weights for that wide, wide, narrow, narrow. We're going to lead with our left leg this time instead of our right leg, starting on that lead. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. March it wide, wide, narrow, narrow. On or off your surface. Out, out, in. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Fast or slow to the beat of your music or not. You can definitely go faster if you'd like. Bent knees the whole time to make it a little bit more challenging. Straighten legs here, a little bit less challenging. So you get to determine what works best for your body. I was talking about nutrition earlier on. And a good rule of thumb before a workout, but you don't want to overload on food that you feel like you're going to vomit during a higher intense workout. But general rule of thumb, proteins before, complex carbohydrates afterwards. And those complex carbohydrates should occur within the first 5 minutes after your workout. And a lot of times we don't feel very hungry when our workout is over. But have something available, whether it's a banana is a good complex carbohydrate, an orange, if you're able to consume citrus, something that's going to be good for you. As far as proteins go, it doesn't mean you have to have steak before you work out. Let's switch our leading leg. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Proteins, good sources of proteins come from nuts, but I'm going to say unsalted nuts, just the raw version, assuming you're not allergic as well. That's a great source of protein. So like a peanut butter sandwich before or after a workout, if you like peanut butter, if you're not allergic, those would be great options. And that sandwich, the type of bread you're consuming, whole wheat bread if you are okay having gluten in your system, but also good breakfast type of meal. Oatmeal, not the instant oatmeal, the old-fashioned kind of oatmeal that takes a good 30 to 40 minutes to actually prepare. Steel-cut oats. That's what I had for breakfast this morning. 10 more counts. 9, upper body coming up in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Upper body, tricep kickbacks. You can have your knees bent and go into a tricep kickback here. You can lunge one leg forward into a tricep kickback here. I'm going to have one leg slightly forward onto my Bosu on my elevated surface. You could alternate right arm to left arm. When we're about midway through this particular interval, we'll switch the leg that's lunging forward if you chose the leg lunging forward option. You could also work one arm if your hand weights are relatively light, and place both hand weights if they fit into one hand as well. 6 more counts on this side. 5, 4, 3, 2, defy gravity, and 1. Switch it out. Other side, other leg lunging forward if you chose a single leg to lunge forward. Engage through your abdominal core, blowing out through the mouth, breathing in through the nose. We're going to return to our step knee strike down, down choreography. I'm going to hold on to my hand weights and add an overhead press to it. Just an option, not an obligation. And if you want to place both hand weights into one hand, you can. I just have to balance myself out so I'm not walking around lopsided. 6 more counts. 5, 2, with or without hand weights, step knee strike down, down, alternate the leg. That knee strikes it up. If it's in your arsenal for today, you can add a front kick instead of your knee strike. If your arms are tired, just keep them resting by your sides. No need for that overhead press if you don't want to add it. Ten more counts like this. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Back to those tricep kickbacks. One leg lunging forward. You could alternate. I'm just going to alternate this round. Little reciprocal movement. Slow it down or speed it up. Actually, to slow it down, you're defying gravity a lot more, and you might feel it a little bit more in the backs of your arms for these triceps. 6 more counts with this leg forward. 5, 4, 3, 2. Switch it out, other leg lunges forward. If you chose to have one leg lunging forward, that foot can be on the Bosu, or on your mat, or on your elevated surface. Breath continuation. Keep your head in line with your spine. No double chinning, no overextending at the cervical spine either. Wide-legged squats return in 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1. One foot on your Bosu or your imaginary Bosu. You can have your heel lifted if it's an imaginary Bosu for that imaginary Bosu side. We squat down, we stand on up. Now, if you'd like, you can stick with these squats 70-30. Another option is to go double-double, kick or sway out. Just make sure you're not going to kick or sway out and hit something. Breath continuation. We've hit our 35-minute threshold, by the way. Ten more counts on this side. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side in 4, 3, 2, 1. 70-30. 70% of your body weight on your floor leg, 30% of your body weight on your Bosu leg. It's okay to have the imaginary Bosu and have this heel elevated off of the floor for your imaginary Bosu leg. Maybe double-double, kick or sway out. Always breathe. Anytime you need to take a break and drink water, you may. Ten more counts like this. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Pick up those hand weights. Chest press. Stand on or off your Bosu. It's like an air push-up. If muscle fatigue sets in, you could drop your hands every one, every other one, or not. You decide. You could alternate right arm to left arm. On this alternation, you actually can add a little twist. Send your eye gaze towards the elbow. that remains bent. A little tricky if you have a Bosu and you're standing or kneeling on that Bosu. Your eye gaze has a lot to do with your body's ability to balance. So being on top of this Bosu makes it a little bit more challenging for me. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. No hand weights for me on this next one. You're welcome to hold on to them. Alternate lunging one leg forward. Squeezing the butt cheek of the leg that remains behind. So keep switching. That's my right leg, then my left leg. Hands can rest down by the sides. Hands can hold on to hand weights. I choose no hand weights because I know I'm going back to my chest press when this interval is over. So do what feels best for your body. Breathing in through the nose, blowing out through the mouth, through those pursed lips. Ten more counts. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Picking up those hand weights for that chest press, air push-up. Vertical chest press. Maybe single arm. Maybe include the twist of the torso. Ten more counts. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step together, step touch. You pick a side. Maybe add your knee strike. Maybe add your twist away from your Bosu or away from your imaginary Bosu. Ten more counts. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, other side. Step together, step touch. Potential knee strike with your outer leg. Possible twist away from your Bosu, away from your imaginary Bosu or your imaginary step. A little bit of abdominal work with that small fitness ball if you don't have a fitness ball. So the pillow cushion will work, even your pillow from your bed, maybe a stuffed animal, maybe a half-inflated soccer ball, unless you have like the little size 4 mini soccer ball. That would work too. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. We haven't finished with those hand weights, but just going to keep the head above the heart center for a bit. If you have a little fitness ball or that stuffed animal, wedge it underneath your tailbone. Arms out in front of you. Now, as you breathe out, roll back into this, but you're not laying completely on your back, just halfway back. Now breathe in, look up towards the corner of the room where the ceiling hits the sidewall. Now raise those hands to point up there. Hang out here. Keep breathing. Shh. Possibly feel that earthquake quiver. Bring yourselves back up. Breathe in, prepare. Blow out, roll on back. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, raise those hands. Stay here to breathe in. Stay here to breathe out. Again, stay here, breathe in. Stay here to breathe out. One more. Stay here, breathe in. Stay here, breathe out. Sit ourselves back up. We're going to twist to one direction. You get to choose which direction. I'm going to twist towards you. Breathe in, prepare, blow out, roll on back. Breathe in, I'm going to tap my elbow to the floor. Some of us may not be able to get our elbow to the floor. Breathe out, I lift the elbow slightly. Stay here as I breathe in. Stay here as I breathe out. Stay here again, breathe in. Stay here again, breathe out. Breathe in, return center, breathe out, sit on up. Breathe in, prepare. Blow out, roll back. Breathe in, tap the elbow other side. Breathe in, lift the elbow slightly if you can. Stay here to breathe in. Stay here to breathe out. Stay here, breathe in. Stay here to breathe out. Stay as we breathe in. Breathe out, return center, breathe in, sit it on up. Twist again, I'm going to twist away from you. Blow out, roll on back. Breathe in, twist, tap elbow. Breathe out, lift elbow slightly. Stay here, twisted. Stay here, twisted. Keep breathing. The next time you breathe out, return center, but stay leaning back. Breathe in, tap over to the other side. Breathe and lift. Stay here to breathe in. Stay here to breathe out. Stay here as we breathe in. Stay here as we breathe out. Breathe in, return center, breathe out, sit it on up. Good. We're going to lay down on our backs, bring those hand weights, have them kind of somewhat nearby. Don't need them quite yet. We're going to place this ball inside of our ankles. Tabletop the legs, Pilates tabletop, a 90-degree fold here at the knee joint, underneath the knee joint, 90-degree fold at the hip joint. Tilt the pelvis in to protect the low back. Blow out, straighten our legs forward. Breathe in to fold our knees. Blow out as we push our feet forward. Breathe in as we fold. The closer I send my feet to the ceiling, the less strain it is on my low back when I straighten those knees. The closer I send my feet to the floor, the more challenging it is. Less challenging just to do this choreography without the ball inside of those ankles or that stuffed animal. More challenging to force those inner thighs to work. Keep those knees straight now. Breathe in, float the feet to the sky with straight legs. This is my 90-degree angle. Breathe out, I lower my legs to my 45-degree angle below the butt cheeks. Breathe in, float up, 90. Blow out as we lower to our 45. Keep the head heavy onto the mat as you perform this. If your body says no thank you, if your low back says no thank you, please listen to your body and take that break. 6 more counts like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, combination. Breathe in, soles of the feet to the sky, then bend your knees tabletop. Blow out, push forward to your 45-degree angle. Breathe in, we lift, then we bend. Blow out as we push forward, 45. Breathe in, we lift, then we bend. Blow out, press forward, 45-degree angle. Breathe in, we lift, then we bend. Blow out to push forward, last breathe in, lift, then bend. Blow out, push forward. You should be used to this reverse. Breathe in, bend the knees, raise the soles of the feet to the sky. Breathe out, straight legs as we lower. Breathe in, we bend. Then we lift. Blow out, straight legs as we lower. Breathe in, we bend. Then we lift. Blow out, straight legs to lower. Breathe in, we bend. Then we lift. Blow out as we lower. Last 2, breathe in, bend. I promise, lift. Blow out as we lower. Last, breathe in, bend. Then lift. Blow out, straight legs to lower. We're done with the ball. We can set it off to the side. Moving into grabbing our hand weights. Now you can keep your knees bent and move into a bench press here. Next level, lift your butt off of the floor into your bench press here. If you happen to have a fairly low bench or your Bosu ball, you could send your head and your shoulders onto that elevated surface and bench press it here, or even raise your butt into that shoulder bridge. Up to you as far as what would benefit your body the most. And I've got to scoot back just a little bit more to give myself more support. Butt can be up or butt can be down on our, this is a bench press, chest press, but now we're in a supine position, supine laying on our backs. And it's just a different set of muscles that are working in comparison to our vertical chest press that we performed earlier on. And you can definitely alternate. A little bit more challenging. There's no real rotation that we did from our standing or kneeling position earlier. 4 more counts. 3, 2, well, let's move into hug a tree here. Gentle bend to our elbows and chest fly or reverse fly. I can't remember. I always forget which one's the regular and which one's the reverse. I like to just say, use my Pilates terms to go into hug a tree. Let go of that tree, then hug your imaginary tree. We have a gentle bend to our elbows here. Palms are facing each other. Blowing out through the mouth as we hug our imaginary tree. Breathe in through the nose as we retract our scapula to send our arms out and let go of that tree. Shoulder blades are giving the hands and the elbows direction for the movement. Butt can be up or butt can be down. 6 more counts. 5, 2, and 1. Beautiful skull pressures, butt up or butt down. Triceps. Breathe and fold your elbows and figuratively crush your skull, not literally. Blowing out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose. Keep breathing with this. Breathe in through the nose on the nicer part. Blow out through the mouth, through pursed lips on the more challenging portion with that exertion for 6 more counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Rest the booty down. Rest the hand weights down for a moment. We're not done with that ball. Find that ball again. Lay down on your backs, on your mat or your carpet. Ball goes back inside of those thighs. Your feet can stay resting. Hands can go to your forehead, behind the head, or crisscross in front of your chest. Breathe in, dip your chin to your chest. Blow out, curl on up, squeeze that ball. Stay here, breathe in your crunch position. Now breathe out, twist, armpit towards opposite knee, squeeze the ball. Breathe in, release tension at center. Breathe out, twist, squeeze other side. Breathe in as we release. Blow out, 9. And 9. Wide elbows, 8. And 8. And shh, shh, 6, and 6, and 5, and 5, and 4, and 4, and 3, and 3, and 2, and 2. Last set, 1, and 1. Breathe in, center. Breathe out, rest. Everything back down. Let's move into one more round for the upper body. Chest press, bench press. You choose if you lay on your back or use your pillow surface, butt up or butt down. Again, you decide. Single arm or double arm. Bilateral or unilateral movement. Reciprocal or not if you're choosing to alternate. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hug your tree, open and close, and you can alternate here as well or work in unison. Ten. Nice slow pressures coming up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Skull pressures, butt up or butt down. Blowing out through the mouth as we straighten through the elbow joint. Breathing in through the nose as we fold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. You get to lay down on your back. Figure 4, 1 ankle to opposite thigh. You can keep your bottom foot to the floor or raise that foot off of the mat. Maybe send your hand inside the hole created by your legs, clasping our hands behind the bottom. Legs, hamstrings, and breathing. You can stay here, but if you want a little bit of a rotation of your spine, keep your legs as they are, ankle to thigh. Open your arms out to the side. Now this top foot, I'm going to stamp it over here to the floors for a little rotation of the spine. And instead of looking at you, I'm going to look away from you and add even more sensation. But if you do have low back issues, you want to limit how much you rotate the spine. Your foot may or may not hit that floor. Up to you. Listen to your body. Breathe. Feel. 5 more counts here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's carefully return to center. Rest that right foot down, left ankle to right thigh, or just go to the opposite side. Figure 4, modified pigeon pose. Raise your bottom foot off. I've got my left hand inside the hole created by my legs, clasping my hands around my right hamstrings, or the hamstrings of the bottom leg, the one that's farthest away from you right now. And you can use the strength of your arms to pull your legs a little bit closer towards your face to intensify the sensation of the top leg. I feel it in the gluteal area. This is a piriformis stretch. Gotta love it. Gotta love anatomy. 6 more counts. 5, 4, 3, 2. You can stay in this stretch, but if you chose to open your arms out to a letter T shape on the other side, now my foot goes away from you as I twist. And instead of looking away from you this time, I look towards you to intensify the sensation. I really feel this right here on the booty area. More piriformis. And I also get a little bit in my low back as far as rotation of the spine goes. Breath continuation. Six more counts. 5, 4, 3, 2. Carefully return to center. Let's find ourselves rolling onto our bellies. Get a little bit of extension of your spine. Open up the distance in between your feet. Now, some of us may not be able to lift very high, so hands nice and wide down by your shoulders. Raise the face off of the mat. This might be enough for some people. It's called the gentle toe breath. I'm going to go into the upward facing dog, applying pressure to my hands, raising my elbows off of the mat. But if you have back issues, your back may not appreciate this, but this is also a nice stretch for the abdominals. Lengthening our ears away from our shoulders, and we're breathing. 5 more counts. 4, 3, 2, rest your face back down, roll onto one side, fold through this knee joint, side lying dancer pose for a quadricep stretch. I didn't allow for much time to stretch today, so feel free to get more stretches in on your own. Let's switch it out to the other side. Oh, I'm sore. Five, 4, 3, 2. Come on back, roll on your belly. Bend those knees, sit back on your heels into a child's pose extended. Walk your hands over to one side of your mat as you sink your booty to the opposite heel. Switch it out, walk your hands to the other side, sending your booty to the opposite end of both hands. Breath continuation. We walk our hands to center, curl those toes under, downward facing dog. Lifting the knees off of the mat, sinking the head through the shoulders. You get a nice stretch through those calves. We have starfish hands, attempting to push your heels to the floor. They may not get there, and that's okay. Now either walk your feet to your hands or walk your hands to your feet. It's okay to have bent knees to keep those hands resting to the floor. Hang out here and embrace this stretch for your hamstrings and your calves. A little bit for the low back as well. Soften your knees. Engage through your abdominal core. Use the power of your legs to breathe in and draw your arms up and overhead. Whoa, breathing out, little head rush, hands and energy to our heart center. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you next time.